Here, and welcome to my next live stream. Last time I did a live stream, I did a total request a la Plush Blue kind of live stream where I drew Parappa the Rapper as a request drawing. This time, as judging by the title, I thought I'd do something a little bit different. In this case, I'm showcasing my physical media collection, which is like DVDs, Blu-Rays, all that stuff. My physical media collection was massive, like a plethora of releases, all arranged in alphabetical order, which included some TV shows too. But due to some modifications, don't ask why, my collection was shorter. But that's not stopping me from showing you the movies I've got. As we wait for some people in the chat, or, hang on, is there anybody in the chat? Let's see. Oh, as we wait for some people in the chat, let's just jump into it. Alright, so the first two on the list are both Wallace and Gromit releases. This one, A Matter of Loaf and Death. The recent short film from Wallace and Gromit. Well, soon to be second recent, because I heard they're making a new Wallace and Gromit film. And speaking of Wallace and Gromit, here's one of my favorite movies growing up, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit. This was one of my childhood movies I enjoyed watching to the moon and back. And believe me, it's still a great film. While on the subject of DreamWorks movies, I also have Shrek, which is another movie I've enjoyed watching. So, yeah, I mean, of the many releases that are on the shelves for Shrek, I have in my ownership the 2006 reissue in full screen. But it's still a fun movie to watch. The next two are Disney releases. Mickey Mouse, Paul Rudish Mickey Mouse Season 1, in which I have enjoyed these shorts before. They're pretty great, especially when watching them on Disney Channel. And Pixar Short Films Volume 2. I mean, I had Volume 1, and I liked it so much I pretty much watched it to the moon and back as well, with some great classics on Volume 1, like the classic Lutzo Jr. Oh, hang on. Trying to multitask. Going back to DreamWorks, I have another childhood favorite, Over the Hedge. And it's the original release. Here's Monty Python and the Holy Grail, which is the special edition from 2001. I mean, believe it or not, Monty Python is hilarious. Flying Circus, Holy Grail, you name it, they've got it. With some hilarious scenes in Holy Grail. Like, one day, lad, all of this will be yours. The curtains? No, not the curtains. Anyway. Oh, I almost forgot. Let's check on the chat, shall we? Let's see. Welcome. Hang on. Let's welcome Sharky and Bones Multilanguage 11 and Ingrid and Daniel Napoli and Matthias and Martha and Justin Luis Encarnacion and KO. I saw Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Nice. Over the Hedge is so good. Indeed. Now for the only TV show in this, well, the first TV show in this collection, BBC's Planet Earth, the complete series. I'm not even giving this a watch, so I don't know why this is in my collection. But hey, you can't win them all. Keep in mind I'm going through as many as I can. Another DreamWorks and Armin release, Chicken Run, which, like Shrek, I had the 2006 reissue. Chicken Run is another Armin favorite of mine. I highly recommend it if you haven't seen it. I also have the Oscar winner Happy Feet, which is the full screen print. Another one of my childhood favorites. And believe me, Happy Feet has some phenomenal music and choreography. Also from 2006, Flushed Away. I once had the original 2007 full screen print, but a friend of mine was generous to give me the 2018 re-release. I haven't given this a watch, but I have seen Flushed Away, though, as a whole. Next up, Fantasia 2000. I haven't seen this movie in a while, but I think this movie is a classic based on what I've seen. Maybe one of these days I'll give it a rewatch. I don't know. But it does look visually stunning from what I've heard. Oh, hang on a second. Sorry about that. I have a runny nose. Let's check the chat one more time before we continue. And hello, Justice and the Mickey Show friends and Lamations. Welcome aboard. Alright. Moving on. In my collection, I have another 2006 reissue DVD from DreamWorks of Madagascar. Unlike the first release, this one does not have the Penguin's Christmas Caper short. I wish it did, though. I wish it did. Now for the film that's getting a fourth movie this year, Despicable Me. I think I remember watching this in the theaters when I was like 5.5 or 6. And I'd also watched this on DVD to the moon and back as well. And the moon was not stolen, thankfully. Okay, that pun was terrible. But I'm here all week. Try the veal. By the way, anyone excited for Despicable Me 4? Let me know. Another TV show release is Phineas and Ferb's Star Wars, which has the full-length special and additional episodes of Phineas and Ferb. I mean, Phineas and Ferb was one of my childhood shows, because I remember watching it on Disney Channel, and even my mother liked it. She enjoyed some of the songs as well. Now we're heading back into Sony Pictures territory with the full screen release of Surf's Up, the other animated Penguin movie. I mean, one of these days I'll give this movie a rewatch, but based on what I've seen, I think it looks like a good film. This is another biggie, and a fan favorite, the Looney Tunes Golden Collection. It's like 4 discs chock full of Looney Tunes wonders. Oh, let me get it open. Ta-da! I've only seen 3 of the 4 discs, though. But I do like Looney Tunes. But, that's not all, folks. I've got a unique but independent release. Classic Drive-In Intermission Ads, which is a compilation of drive-in intermission advertisements, like the things you see in the drive-in theaters, and a selection of classic movie trailers. I got this in 2016 in my big drive-in theater phase, you know. And I've got 2 back-to-back sequels. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. When watching the first movie, I usually select the 1.78 by 1 full screen format. I haven't seen 2 on DVD in a while, but I think the last time I saw number 2 was in 2020 on Nickelodeon, but it's still a good film regardless. Now for the last DVD of the pack, the original How to Train Your Dragon. Another childhood classic of mine that I liked. Inside is like some expired Chuck E. Cheese coupon, where a kid can be a kid. And now it's time to set our sights on the Blu-Rays. Or, in this case, the Blu-ray combo packs. With The Lego Movie, another movie I liked from Phil Lord and Christopher Miller. And another 2010 movie that I liked, with a sequel that I've not seen, nor do I have plans on seeing, Megamind. That one I had my ownership since 2014. And I've also liked this Megamind, not the sequel. Then again, I don't have Peacock, so yeah. So anyways, I think that's it for my entire collection. And for those viewers, allow me to give you a little bit of a recap of what I've showcased. Let me adjust the camera. Yep. All these great movies. And hang on. There we go. So it's much more structurally sound. Let's check the chat one more time. Camera position. All right. Let's see. Who else we have? We have DMB Network. Hello. And who else? And Mimi and Tommy and Lamations again. Opinions on The Bones on Maggie? I haven't seen it, but based on the bits and pieces I've seen on YouTube, it's a nice and charming show. So, yeah. I think that about wraps up this live stream. So with that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Until then, this is Plush Blue EP signing off. And now, that's all, folks.